Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I want you to take just a moment and just look around. This is our whole school at one place, and it's one of my favorite times. We are missing 172 primary division children and teachers as well. So we're not quite the whole school, but it feels pretty awesome to have all of you all, middle division, upper division, and lower division here today, this morning. So welcome back. There's something special to me about the beginning of school, and even more special that we come together as one school. I think this is a really special time, and I want to thank Coach Bonfiglio. I think this was his idea, and then he promptly decided to let me give the chapel talk, which I'm not sure I'm thrilled about. But this summer I was reading some stories, and I want to tell you just a couple of stories that I read that made me think about this idea of how we're always carrying ideas around with us. Nearly 250 years ago, during the American Revolution, an American ship was sailing across the Atlantic and was captured by the British Royal Navy. Among the cargo was a complete original copy of the Declaration of Independence. That document was taken back to England, only to be placed in the archives, mislabeled, and eventually forgotten. For almost 2.5 centuries, this document sat unnoticed and unlooked. And then just this summer, someone opened an old box, looked a little more carefully, and discovered one of the few surviving copies of the Declaration of Independence. Imagine their surprise when they realized what document they were actually looking at. One of the most enduring documents that has helped shape who we would become as a nation has been quietly sitting on a shelf for nearly 250 years. Historians believe that it wasn't simply cargo that it was carried, but that the sailors carried it because it reminded them of who they were and what they believed in. And that made me wonder, what will we carry this year? What will we carry that's enduring? What will we carry that's lasting? A few years ago, I was standing near one of our playgrounds watching some of you guys play on the playground during recess. As adults, we often think that recess is just a chance for you to get out your wiggles, to run around and create massive chaos. But the reality of it is, if you watch carefully, you'll notice something else. You'll start to see friendships develop. You'll see confidence growing. You'll see children discovering where and how they belong. On this particular day, I noticed one little student was standing just outside on the edge of the game. They wanted to join in, but they weren't quite sure how. They lingered for a moment, took a step forward, and then took a step back. Then I remember thinking, I wonder, is anyone going to even notice what's happening? Before I could do anything, one of the students already in the game stepped over and walked over, smiled, and simply said this, "Come on, you can be on our team." That was it. No announcement, no applause, no teacher instructed them to do it. The game simply continued on, and this child now belonged. For this one child, everything changed because someone noticed, someone made room, and someone quietly said, "You belong here." I've never forgotten that moment because what that student carried wasn't simply good manners. It was good manners, but it wasn't all it was. They carried an idea that every person matters, an idea that everyone deserves to belong. Sometimes the smallest moments make the biggest impact on our lives. Our nation will spend this year celebrating the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. And one of the most famous lines says this, that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all people are created equal. Those words were revolutionary in 1776, and while we haven't perfectly executed on these ideas, we are constantly working as a nation towards those goals. As a school, we are called to carry an even older truth than that, an idea worth carrying, and that is this: every person is created in the image of God. Every classmate, every teacher, every coach, every parent, all of us bears the image of God. Each one is worthy of love and respect, not because of grades or your talents popularity or accomplishments, but simply because you are beloved children of God. Now that is an idea worth carrying. In fact, as an Episcopal school, we have this wonderful thing called the baptismal covenant. And one of the things it says that we must respect the dignity of every human being. The prophet Micah goes on to give those words practical shape. And Mother Bear, thank you for reading that scripture. It says that God requires us to do three things: to do justice, to love kindness, and to walk humbly with your God. Those aren't simply words. They are daily choices that we must choose to make. Doing justice means noticing who's been left out and inviting them in. Loving kindness means choosing encouragement instead of criticism. It means assuming the best in your friends and each other. Walking humbly means remembering that none of us has reached our goal, but like our nation, we are constantly working towards the goal of becoming the very best version of ourselves. So as we begin this year together, my prayer isn't simply that you'll earn good grades or win championships or perform beautiful concerts or be admitted to the best of the best colleges. Although I do hope all those things happen for you, my prayer is something even greater. I hope that every person that walks onto our campus discovers that this is a place where they belong. A place where they are seen, a place where they are respected, a place where they are loved. My prayer is that every one of us become humans who say, come on, you can be on our team. Those 5 words may seem small, but they have the power to change someone's entire year. Yes, buildings matter. And Upper Division, we've got a new building for you, don't we? It's a beautiful building, and I know you're going to take excellent care of that building, but that's not what makes us special. Traditions matter. I love that we ring the bell after every sporting event. It's so cool to listen to you guys run to the bell and ring the bell. Traditions do matter. Our beautiful campus does matter. But what will ultimately define this school will not be our buildings. It will be us. Who are we? It will be the thousands of small, ordinary decisions made by each of you and the many people that make up this great Cyclone Nation. May your small decisions be seen every day in the way we treat one another, and I pray that we carry forward these values, these whys, to help us remember who you are, whose you are, and what you represent. Remember, we are forever and always a Cyclone. So welcome back. Let's have a great year. Thank you.